If you're looking for a flagship experience in a tougher package, then you might like this device. This is the Samsung Galaxy S4 Active, and it's one of a number of new S4 devices that Samsung recently launched. The S4 Active's focus is on durability. The biggest difference between this and the standard Galaxy S4 is primarily the design. As you can see on the front here, the capacitive keys have gone, and in place we have 3 hardware buttons. There's still the menu, home and back keys, and now they're rubberized and ruggedized so that they're more durable and also water resistant. The same can be said for the hardware controls on the left and right sides of the phone, with the power lock key now having this knolled finish, and the same with the volume rocker. In the hand they feel okay, but they're a little bit spongy, but that's probably down to the waterproofing that's gone into the device. Now on the back, as well as the camera placement, LED flash and loudspeaker all being in the same place, we also have these rubberized caps on the top and the bottom of the phone. Now immediately that is designed to help it when you drop the device, but it also still accommodates things like the headphone jack and the IR port as well. And on the bottom we have a microUSB port which is covered by a rubberized port. The same also applies to the backplate, which underneath has a seal which protects the innards of the phone. That's because this is an IP67 certified device. That means it's both dust and water resistant for up to 30 minutes in a meter of water. Now background on the front of the device, we have a 5-inch Full HD display. Now it uses a TFT LCD panel as opposed to the Super AMOLED display that we found on the Samsung Galaxy S4. It's not quite as vibrant as the stock S4's display, but it's still punchy and it has great brightness and sunlight legibility. Viewing angles also aren't quite as strong, but the whole screen is protected by a layer of Gorilla Glass 2, so it reinforces that durability image that the S4 Active is trying to push. Underneath the lock screen you'll find Samsung's TouchWiz NatureUX 2.0, the latest version of their Android overlay which features on all of their latest handsets. It is basically the same experience across all of the devices, including the stock S4, and here you get a great host of features including a number of pre-installed widgets and apps from Samsung. This latest version of TouchWiz is running on top Android 4.2.2, so you are getting really one of the latest releases of Android available to you. With regards to usability, it feels smooth and looks great as well. Despite the display not looking as good as the standard Galaxy S4's AMOLED technology, you'll still get a great movie experience from that Full HD resolution. One of the great additional features that you'll find in the Samsung Galaxy S4 Active is Watch On, which actually bolsters your TV viewing experience using the IR blaster on the top. The app features a TV guide and lets you even control your TV from the S4 Active using an on-screen remote. Aside from the design, the other big difference between the S4 Active and the standard S4 is the camera. On the back we have an 8 megapixel unit as opposed to a 12 megapixel sensor which you find on the standard S4. It still offers great photo taking capabilities in natural light, but struggles in low light with a little bit of noise creeping in, especially in particularly high contrast or dark situations. In the camera UI, there's also an additional mode designed specifically for the S4 Active called Aqua Mode. This allows you to control the camera using the hardware controls alone so that whilst the phone is submerged, you can still take videos or pictures, which is a great addition. Specs-wise, you still get the same great Qualcomm 600 series, 1.9 GHz quad-core processor paired to 2 GB of RAM, and an Adreno 330 GPU. That means that this device is blisteringly fast and 3D games run without much trouble at all. On the storage front, you're limited to 16 GB of onboard storage, with actually only about 12 GB available to the user, but you can expand this using the microUSD slot under the backplate by up to 64 GB, which is a great addition. As this phone is designed to be taken out and about with you, it's great to know as well that the 2600 mAh battery found on the S4 Active will keep you going for at least a day and a half before you need to take it back to the wall charger. It's also good to know as the USB port on the underside, covered by this rubberized cover, isn't always easy to access. On the whole, the Samsung Galaxy S4 Active is a great device if you're looking for a flagship experience with that little added extra. In everyday use, it's not as easy to get to grips with as the standard Galaxy S4, but with the IP67 certification and great battery life, it is one of the better tough phones out there.